Bonjour, Montreal! Bonjour, nerds! Now, what you saw at the top of the show were a bunch of people dressed in costumes, Star Trek-y kind of costumes, alien costumes, and that might be the classic idea of what you think the nerd is. I don't know if I necessarily look like a nerd, but I assure you that I am. In the opening song, they sang the digits of pi to 5 places. I know 155 places. 3.141519265358979322384627950288419716939993. Look at me. 751058209749445. Just let it happen. 230781640. You want in on this? 6208999. Everybody, 99862803482117067982148086513282306. Okay, that's all I know, but that's a lot. No, please, don't. No. People, please. I didn't write that. Nerds have come a long way, but I don't feel like we're there yet. We're not there yet. I envision a world where video games are free, where Cheetos are currency, where robot concubines quench our sexual thirsts. Nerds, the other N-word. I'm taking it back. I suffered horribly nerdy fates when I was growing up. One time I got stuffed in a trash can in 6th grade for bringing Atari 2600 game cartridges to school. I couldn't play them there. I just needed them close by, like some kind of nerd security blanket. And I got stuffed in a trash can, so when I got older, I wanted to learn how to fight, right? I wanted to rebel. I wanted to know how to protect myself. I wanted to mess someone up with these guns. Because sometimes words don't hurt enough. So I took up boxing several years ago. And yeah, guys, now I know how to box, all right? So if I'm in a physically challenging situation, and someone comes up to me at a bar and they're like, all right, pussy, and then they hold up 2 mitts, I could hit those mitts all day long. Sure, I could. But if they started swinging back at all, there'd be a lot of crying and fear pee. My generation of nerds didn't fight. There was no nerd. Like, if there had been a nerd fight anthem, I think it would have gone like this. Nerd fight, there's no physical contact. Nerd fight, internalize emotions and go home and masturbate out of anger. I just got back from Comic-Con in San Diego. San Diego Comic-Con. Woo, Comic-Con! It's thoroughly awesome. Now what's happening is nerds are reproducing and you're seeing people bring their kids and they dress their kids up. Kids are proof that nerds are getting laid. You know that, right? Kids are basically sex trophies. I don't have any kids myself, or crypods, as I call them, crypods. I just think in a perfect world, sex would not result in pregnancy. Sex would have 2 functions, for pleasure and to complicate friendships, and that is it. But I'm well into my 30s, and I know if I'm gonna have kids, I need to have them soon. Like, you don't wanna wait too long, right? Because kids who are the product of old sperm are not right in the head. The fresher the mayo, the better the sandwich. That's a very simple formula. No, listen, old sperm makes dweeby kids. Not nerds, I love nerds. I mean dweebs, the really awkward ones, right? Sweaty all the time, can't look you in the eye, they hide behind things, you expose them, they make this noise. Dweebs, that's old sperm, that's what that is. The dweebiest kid in my grade school, his parents were in their 50s when he was born, right? That's not even like an accident. That's like what? That still works? And then there he was. Like, you ever find 20 bucks in an old pair of pants? That was this kid. And he was so awkward. Like, he just couldn't look in the eye, couldn't go out in the sun. He sweated all the time. He swallowed in weird places in sentences. Like, he just seemed slightly expired. Like, he'd be like, hey guys, we're gonna go down to the Burger King. Like, you knew you were about to start talking, Randy. Swallow, then sentence. As a side note, do you think sex would be gross if sperm were the actual size of tadpoles? I think porn scenes would end differently. I'm unfinished. Get it! Oh my God, Jesus Christ! What did I make? I devised a new game when I was at Comic-Con. I was staying in my hotel. It's a fun thing you can do in your own hotel. I call it mirror jacking. Not as gross as it sounds. But you know when you get in the shower and the steam steams up the mirror and you can write stuff on the mirror with your finger. And then when the steam evaporates, the letters disappear through science or magic, depending on where you fall biblically. So, but here's the fun part. What I discovered is that the maids never clean past the backsplash, right? They only clean like just up above the sink. So you can send messages to future generations up here forever. So this is a prank that I will not get to see pay off, but it is thoroughly satisfying for me to know that right now at a luxury hotel in San Diego, California, a young woman is stepping out of the shower to see the following phrase: "Your tits are delicious." All right, thank you so much. Good night.
And this was her argument. She goes, what if one of those illegal immigrants that we see in the neighborhood tries to break into the house and rape me? I'm like, what do your fantasies have to do with this?
Never hear your fat friend say something like, no, I really shouldn't. You walk with your fat friend, middle of the night. You want to stop for some pizza? Hell yeah.